Welcome to Shadow Daddy Groupies. I'm Raven.
And I'm Kelly. And today we are going to talk about Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straube. So this was a Raven suggestion. Let me go over
A
the
long
2 minutes.
time ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just like, because I read it. I was like, this is not really a Kelly or me book.
Okay. All right. I don't know. You just suggested it like two
We
weeks
needed,
ago, the first time to me that I remember. But
we need,
anyway, it is very popular on Book Talk. So let's go over the 2 minute no spoiler summary. Temperance has entered into a bachelor type competition to become the prince's betrothed and next queen. Each contestant gets sexually trained by their own basilisk. Poor and not popular amongst her village, the only thing Temperance has going for her is her teacher, Caspin. His reputation as king of snakes, as his girls always win these competitions. But Caspin may have more work than he plans. Pitted between her desires, emotions, politics, and dangers, Temperance has a lot of sex. There is plot, but it's fighting for its life, and maybe the single most horny book I have ever read.
I was gonna give a forewarning, but I don't remember. Oh, trigger warnings. Not everything, just sex, 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 on sex.
Um,
I,
there's a lot of kinks in this book, but
mhm.
at the same time, they're not like the craziest kinks of all time.
Yeah, and the second one, it's not like, well, it is kind of crazy. Never mind.
Like,
But
there's no anal for how horny this book is. There's
I'm
no
on,
anal.
I'm in book two and I'm still waiting.
She doesn't have sex with both of them at the same time.
They don't mention ass at all in this.
Um, I
Very
did like the
descriptive.
spit in the mouth thing though. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I pictured like black tar being spit to her mouth. Like, ugh. No.
You know what I pictured? When you go to the bar and they have something called liquid smoke that they put into drinks, that's what I pictured.
No, I did not pick my, no. I pictured like tar. I was like, ugh.
Okay, well, that's not what I pictured. Okay, yes, single most horny book. I like just right off the bat
They
talks about sex.
just walk around naked like it's nothing.
There's lots of nudity. There's lots of sharing.
It's caring.
It doesn't go straight for penetration though. Like it takes a little while to get there.
Yeah,
You know,
but
it,
it gets you there and you get there.
but every chapter, there is sex of some kind. I don't think there's a single chapter that doesn't have
I
sex in it.
I don't think I have
And it's a
not read it.
long freaking book.
I don't think
It's
I have read a chapter that does not have it repeatedly. Oh my God,
okay. I said this before, but you know how there's people out there, especially on social media, that make fun of romantasy and women that read a lot of smutty books or whatever, right? And they call it fairy porn, they call it dragon porn or whatever, right? And we're like, it's this long and there's like this much smut in the whole book. It's a fantasy book and this is this is the smut. This is the book that everyone thinks that we're reading.
but we're not. But now
This
sometimes
is just but it's like there's plot there. There's stuff going on, you know. I think
it's
I've read books with less plot. Okay, I feel like the book that we read where she goes into the mental institute, where he like does her with, he gets her off with a shiv.
Shiv.
That was way less plot.
There's a captured bound book that I have. and it's nothing but just five guys and this girl. And I was like, what? When I got this, I didn't expect it to be page for page for page for page. And it's this thick. And not a single friggin' plot. Not one. The plot is what position is she going to be in next?
Okay, but that's not this book. This
No.
book does have some plot, but it's literally I don't even know if I believe you that there's a hornier book out there with
Oh,
more sex.
I'm going to send it to you.
Please don't.
I didn't even read them. They now just sit comfortably.
Yeah, so this is book one. We've got
Yay!
Temperance. We've got the Basilisk. So there's some sort of war. Or let's actually talk about the book. Okay, so there's some sort of war back in the day where the humans somehow won over the basilisks, and now the basilisks are not enslaved, but have to they're
Make
like seen
make
less as lesser than the
yeah.
humans. And one of the things they have to do is every time a prince turns 20, all the women of his same age are now eligible to become queen. And so the basilisks sexually train all of the 20-year-old females, and then they go into this competition to try and win his hand. And so, like, every few days or week or whatever, he eliminates two. And all while this elimination process is going on, they are getting trained so that she can satisfy her new husband once she is picked. And you've got Temperance, who is being raised by a single mother, so everyone kind of looks down on her. And she just catches everybody's eye right from the beginning.
My cheeks are turning red and I'm about to start crying laughing.
Okay, well, here's the deal is that the writing wasn't like my favorite writing of all time, but one of the things that I disliked the most was that she was almost a completely different person when she was with the basilisk versus when she was with the prince. And I don't know why, but I just didn't like that. I realize I know she did it for some sort of purpose. But when she was with the basilisk, he's obviously like hundreds of years old or whatever, and he's her teacher and blah 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 blah. But she is insufferable. She's so whiny. If
Oh my
she
God, thank
asks one
you.
more time, "Are you mad at me?" I am going to throw the book across the
There's
room.
like, girl, just shut up and
Shut
do it.
up. Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Oh my God, girl, stop. I know you're 20. I'm sure I did
I
it too.
mean, no, but that it is a little, and then now she's like a professional sexer.
Okay, so in the meantime, so
Aspen
she's a
does it
virgin.
right.
Aspen teaches her everything. He's hot. And he's
Describe
like immediately, besotted with her and just makes a whole lot of decisions without telling her. He like it gets engaged to her without telling her that they're engaged. He like links their lives together without telling her. He does so many things. He does so many things. And at one point, he's like super, super duper jealous when her and the prince start hitting it off, even though that's like the whole purpose. And then turns around and lets her have sex with his dad, and then lets every single basilisk in the whole place eat her out. And
no,
then,
it was only the council.
and then was like, actually, I do need you to marry the prince so that we can prevent a war, do it like a hostile takeover without a bloody war. I'm like, dude, make up your mind. Do you want her to yourself or do you want to share her? Make up your mind.
It's just
But I
complicatedly stupid.
but
Like
I did I know I'm talking so much. Okay, but I did like the way that she acted with the prince. And she's like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Who are you again?" He's like, "I'm the prince." And she's like, "Okay, whatever. Move along." She is such a better character when she is like resisting the prince's charms and like
it's
she's
more
such a better
fun.
character
She's
when she's
fun.
with him,
When
in
she's
my
with
opinion.
Caspin, he's very serious.
Yeah, he
And
is very serious.
I I might need you to really read book two.
Okay.
Because I'm not there yet, but I am predicting something maybe that might be happening.
Okay, stop talking about book two. Get your
They're all
focus on book
together.
one. No, they're not. Focus on book one. So, um, here here's the deal is that she has an enemy who's kind of funny. The whole like enemy, the girl that's also in the competition with her. Do you remember her name?
Vera.
Vera. That I don't know. That was so funny with me for to me. And then Caspin has an enemy, right? He has Rowan. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have to say though, when he makes Rowan eat her out and he holds his head, so she's like sitting in Caspin's lap, and then Rowan has to like kneel in front of her, and then Caspin like reaches around and grabs. That was kind of hot. But also when he turned around and tore off his manhood, I was like,
I
poor
mean, what
Rowan.
he did to her, though.
I
My
know he kind of
goodness.
deserved it.
He did.
But also, I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping something was going to happen with the mean guy, Rowan. Now there's definitely not anything
What
going to
was
happen
the
with Rowan.
last, on the first book, what was the last thing you read?
Okay, so the book finishes because with let's just say Caspin has a dad who's a complete asshole, and Leo also has a dad that's a complete asshole. And transfer of power, Caspin kills his dad, becomes the king because his dad is doing a hostile takeover after he promised he wouldn't. And he also tries to kill our female main character, Temperance. And so Caspin's like, fuck no, this is my girl. You can't have her. Also, it would kill him because he magically bound their lives. So he kills his dad, becomes the king. Then, at the same time, Leo becomes king. There's a transfer of power. And because of the role that his dad has been taking, he decides to imprison his dad. Now, there's this whole other subplot of Leo's dad, the king, hates, hates Temperance. And you're kind of like, why the fuck does he hate her so much? She's poor. Is that the only reason he hates her? And then at the very end of the book, they go to free the basilisks that the king has been, you know, brutalizing and imprisoning. And in the dungeon of Basilisk is Temperance's biological father, who's a basilisk, so she's half basilisk. She brings her mom down there and she's like, "Oh my God, you've been here the whole time. I thought you just didn't love me anymore." And then the king is there and he's like, "Wait a second, you left me for him?" So the whole time, the king hated Temperance because her mom didn't choose him. And he was just upset that he wanted to be with her mom and her mom didn't choose him 20 years
Yeah.
ago. I was like, oh, that makes way more sense. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. I go between like wanting the prince or wanting Caspin.
I know.
It's
I
really
actually
hard.
towards the end I was kind of rooting for Leo, the prince. But so the prince also is kind of in love with somebody else. and his dad has is somehow involved that they don't tell you till the very end. But Leo fell in love with a commoner before Temperance and she disappeared. And so he's been like heartbroken over this. And Temperance is like the first time that he has like started to fall for someone since Evelyn disappeared. And so at the very end of the book, she goes, "You need to talk to your dad. Your dad knows where Evelyn is, and I want you to go find Evelyn." And because she's in love with Caspin.
She crested him, so he is tied to her. So he has to do anything that she says.
Yeah.
That was the only way to save her.
So he
That was
goes and
crazy. Just
he
a
goes
bunch
to
of
his dad. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, so he goes to his dad and he's like, "Where's Evelyn?" And then he's like, "Oh, I'll tell you where Evelyn is, and you're gonna be so disappointed." And then he goes and finds Evelyn, and then the book ends, and you don't know what Evelyn fucking did. But there is a second book. I don't know if this is going to be a duology or
Mhm.
I thought it was a completed duology, but then when I was on Goodreads, it says one of three, so there might be one more.
Oh, good. Good, 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 good. I think next week we should just talk about the second one.
So Raven is now reading the second one. Kelly just finished the book, so she's not sure she's going to read the
The
second
right
one. But after this, now I feel like I have to.
the writing gets better. The sex is still constantly there. Um, Rude. Sorry. Tons of lots of fingers and like normal, like the first one. So you it, but the writing's better.
There's a lot of kinks in here.
Mm,
Like I said, eh, but it's not like the craziest thing. Like I'm trying to find a comparison. It's not vanilla by any means, but it's not like so there's a
there's
toy. I loved the toy, the claw, the vibrator thing that she wears all the time.
yeah. The one that Leo threw.
He's like, "What the fuck is this?" She's like,
Take it
"Wait."
out. Eat some eat some dessert. It's
There's
so
definitely like
weird.
some fluid play.
Lots of fluid. There is so much fluid.
And voyeurism. There's like some she gets on stage and has sex with people
Or his dad
and him in front of
and him,
everybody.
but I mean the dad part is the hot part.
It didn't
He was like, I'm not gonna move, and then he was like, oh my God, and he was like, fuck this,
I
and he
thought for a
barely.
second that he was going to try to steal her away from his son. And I was like,
I
please
was rooting
don't.
for it, just to root for it.
I, I was like, no, I like Caspin.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, basilisks like to share. They're also very
Oh,
brutal. There's like, I mean, there's monster sex because he's a monster and he turns into his basilisk at some point. The
yeah,
whole like breaking her body thing didn't do it for me though. I thought that was really uncomfortable. I was like, ooh, God. Mm-mm.
and they have to have sex for that long. Like the things
Oh
that
yeah,
I
it was
am
like a 12-hour sex marathon or something, right?
the things that the things that I'm saying right now are very diabolical. Like, what? What?
Okay.
I mean,
So, what did you rate this book out of 5 stars?
3.5.
Okay. I think I rated it a 4 or like a 3.75, 4. I it definitely liked it more than a 3, but I don't know if I would like reread this book though. I don't know. We'll see.
It got the motor running, so
It got the
3.5.
motor running.
So the point five is necessary.
Yeah, this definitely is like has a purpose. And
Ah, I mean,
this
if
purpose is to get people horny.
it, I it passed 3 days, 4 days now. What are you doing, Raven?
Reading
Um,
with the door
hornyatizing.
locked. Um, okay, so here's the deal. This book is so long. If I didn't say that already, it
The
is a
set
long book.
the second one's not. I'm I just started it last night and I was done.
I don't even remember how many pages it is. It's just so long. Um,
Okay, I'm gonna do something really quick.
what?
All right. In
Okay, so we're gonna land this plane.
a second.
Ugh,
Don't even, ugh, me.
ugh.
Okay, how do I search? Are they spelling cum, C-O-M-E or C-U-M?
In general, it's UM.
Okay, well, I don't know how they're spelling it in this book. Okay. Cum is mentioned 32 times in this book. That's it. Oh. Give me another one.
Another word?
Yeah, that's mentioned a
How
ton.
about claw?
133 times.
There, there's like, how about pulse? How many times does that claw pulse?
God, look at all of these. I'm just gonna type in word sex. Oh, that's amateur. 121. Thank you for watching. Bye.